Man, I am barely hanging on by a thread today. Wow. Holy shit. If you guys had any idea what I had to do. What the fuck? Why is it giving you that? What the hell? Hold on, guys. What the hell's going on? Why is it doing this? It gives me... Wow. What the hell? I don't know what the heck just happened there, guys. Weird. It was on the wrong thing for a bit there. Okay, I'm going to change it back now. I don't know what the hell happened there. All right, everybody. Hi. My name is Tyler. Welcome to the MSim Show. And man, I'm going to tell you guys about the last hour and a half of my life was so stressful and it's ridiculous. So in order to do disc golf events, I have to have insurance because if somebody gets hurt or whatever and decides to sue, which no disc golfer, well, one disc golfer did it and everybody hated him for it. But anyways, long story short, I'll try to make it short. I didn't have the right insurance, but I didn't know that because the insurance I've been using forever has always been fine. But I guess somebody somewhere might have finally looked at, I guess, our policies or something like that we get through the PDGA's Professional Disc Golf Association. And anyways, long story long, I got this fucking insurance and they're like, it's not enough. So I had to scramble very last minute and get a lot of shit done that eventually got done in the 11th and let's say almost the 12th hour. We'll say some people like to say the 11th hour, whatever's later than that, everything finally got done. So I would have been really stressed and I would have been constantly wanting to check my email and phone during the stream, but I am not going to go down like that. So hi everybody, my name is Tyler. Welcome to the MSim Show. I am excited to be here. My Mindsinger is excited to be here, and it's kind of dark. It's weird that this side is actually bright as fuck, but then my lights can't. I just got to figure out my lighting scenario. It's not showing my guitar like barely at all until it gets dark. It's really annoying. Anyways, what are we doing today? If you're in the chat, say hi. We've got nobody in here. The numbers have been really down lately. I'm not really sure why. Maybe we should do some like low-key groundwork. But it's not like I've been getting like bad comments or anything. Maybe just YouTube just hates us because I swear a lot and I play a lot of copywritten stuff. I don't know. I don't care about copyrights at all. Go ahead. Fire them at me. I don't care. I'm not going to monetize the videos anyhow. So anyways, my name is Tyler, as mentioned. I am here today to show you guys some fun stuff. I just have to open it up and we're going to give it a go. And we're going to start from there. Where am I looking for here? We're going to try Vic Audio and we're going to try lots of stuff today. Extract. We're going to extract this as well. Get that all done. How? Okay, we've got those locked in. Now we are getting rid of that. We're going to go to NAM stuff and test new stuff and dump them in here as we've been dumping stuff in here. We're going to start with the Vic Audio pack. Very excited about this. Is this from Oracle Audio as well? Is this from Oracle? Yeah, it is. Oracle Sound. Sorry, rather. Not Oracle Audio. So we're going to try these today. There's amps, IRs, and pedals. I'm not going to get to the IRs today. I'm going to get to the amps for certain. This is the, what? Oh, wait. I'm an idiot. I thought I had the window open already. I did not, in fact, have the window open yet. All right, I'm not in there. What are we doing? All right, so we're going to go through the Vic Audio stuff, and I'm pretty sure it's a 5150. Is it 5150 Stealth? 34, I think. And we're going to see how that sounds. I'm pretty excited about it. We're also going to try out the Worm Food Tone Pack from Oracle of Sound, and then see what else we get to. We're going to check out some of Vic's stuff, Pip's stuff as well. And we'll see if we get some decent tones today happening. See what we got going on. All right, let's get this show on the road and see what we have out of the blocks. That's really, really bassy. I had some oomph on that the other night. And we're going to turn this off as well. Start with just the 808. That's sounding good. Let's use some of Vic's pedals too, because I know the pedals are also quite delicious. The other thing we're going to make sure is we can set the... You're going to be able to set the folder in this one. It's not going to be hardwired in on the V2 that we will be releasing sometime in the near-ish future. Pedals. Green, Merciless Drive, Ryzen Boost. Let's try the Merciless Drive. I think that's his pedal, right? Is that his pedal? Now let's try this like completely undoctored. Actually, no. Hang on. Got 5 people in the house. Hi. Say hello. My name is Tyler, as mentioned several times. And I am still just trying to lay off some of the bad vibes. Stressful times just in the last little while, man. I don't know how I made it through that without flipping the fuck out, but I did, so... I was ho-hum-hawing there at my picking, not the sound, by the way. That's got to get tuned. These strings aren't that old. I don't believe. I was considering going with C for the next set of strings on this, but I think I'm just going to still stick with D. All right, I think we can make this nicer. Nice. That's beefy. I'm gonna wheel off some of the low end, but instead of doing that, let's just keep going. Maybe it's that I'm not a shredder. We also really don't promote the channel that much. So as I always mention, if you guys know, if you folks out there know of one person that you think would enjoy our content, bring them in. Tell them, hey, on Friday at 4:30, drop by this place. Ronnie Webster, what's going on? Yeah, I tried the chug pedal as an amp in Namu. Yeah, absolutely. I've tried that. I tried that in stream. I'm pretty sure you must have been there. You're usually at most of the streams anyhow. Now we're getting somewhere, aren't we? That's nice. You can't say that's not beautiful. Thomas, my very good friend. I'd like to just share a story, Thomas. Thomas, at 34 years old, I realized, and this has nothing to do with the stream currently, but just following up on something. Thomas, at 34 years old, I realized my future was absolutely dismal. I spent my whole 20s being a concert promoter, working, as a laborer here and there for flooring and, heating, cooling, just working as a laborer, doing concerts, partying, being a shitless layabout. And then in my 30s, I was like, holy fuck, where did life go? What's fucking happening here? I realized I needed to fucking do something to change my life. And I went back to college. That's what I did. I decided to go back to college. I got myself a degree, and I'm employed in a field that will have no shortage of work for the rest of my life. And there's no chance AI is ever going to be able to do the job, not in my lifetime or the next lifetime, will AI be able to do the job that I do on a daily basis. There is no way AI could do that job. So my advice to anybody that's going to school, major or get a diploma in something that that AI probably won't be able to do within the next 5 years. My wife right now is really my wife is actually kind of a little bit worried because a lot of her job is they're starting to bring in more and more AI to get stuff done in her job. My job, I'm safe and sound, but it changed my life forever. I would not be able to do the stuff I'm doing here with you guys without the career that I work. And that was the best thing I ever did for my life, was to be able to cut off the old jobs. Sure, they were secure and I could have just kept on doing them for a long time. But you know what? You need something. If you feel like you need a change, folks, you need a change. And it doesn't always have to be huge though, folks. If you need to make a change in your life, sometimes it can be the smallest thing that'll make the hugest difference. Thomas, have you tried this pack yet? I really like that tone. So far, the third one's my favorite. My favorite. And it quickly was overdone. Overtaken immediately. How's the guitar volume, folks? Is it loud enough? Could it be louder? This is the Vic Audio. What the fuck? Why'd you do that? Calm down, computer. I think it's called that Vic Audio. I was just in it. Stuff. The Oracle Sound Vic Audio Gold NAM pack. The 5153 Gold, I believe, is the 5153. It's 34. You know, I believe it's the Stealth 34, the gold one. Am I not mistaken here? I think that's the deal. We're going to be trying some stuff out anyways today in my wonderful to try folder. There's a bunch of stuff in here that I have to try. We have to try together. And we're going to do that today. It's going to be fun. We're going to hang out, get some beers, get some wine. Samuel. All right, that's in the background here. I was like, wow, is there a siren? What is that? Holy shit, this tone is absolutely just smashing. That's nice. That is really, really, really nice. It's not just good for metal either. This is going to be good for punk rock. It's going to be good for all sorts of things. Turn off the pedal. Play a little strung out. I'm not even using a pedal right now. Just gonna I'll turn on the instigator though. That's a lot of twang, so we're gonna be careful with that. We're just gonna be careful there. We're gonna turn off the bright. Hold on. Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Oh man. It's got this weird pain in my arm. Oh, was this? Hold on, that's the wrong. Those are the wrong notes. Yeah, this is terrific tone. This is real, like Alice in Chains almost right now. That's definitely up the Alice in Chains wagon there. I don't know. Let's see how we did there. Let's see. Hold on. Let's test it. I'm gonna fucking test it. All right, let's test this. I don't want to listen to Man in the Box. Get off me. He's even lower than me. What a fucking tone. Wait, how close did we get? I think we need to change a cabinet, but we're not up the wrong tree. We are not up the wrong tree. I'm gonna go ahead and add those songs to our list since I'm always playing the riffs anyway. Sweet die young. I hope you guys are having a great Friday. I'm having a great Friday. And really, we're just hanging out today. We don't have anything really insane planned, except for some of these rad tones from Oracle Audio. Probably going to be mostly Oracle Audio today. I may go back and just edit that, but we'll see. I'm going to try to get some loud stack in there. I've started working with an awesome creator named Guilherme Miranda, and he played guitar in Entombed AD, and now currently also plays with Dave Ellefson, as far as I'm, as also having his own band, Dieth. I really need to just figure out how to say that band name so I'm not always coming up short. That sounds so good. Damn it, I was trying to go. Damn it. I suck. We just that's it. You know when you're talking to someone on the phone and they're being a super huge cock to you? The person on the phone is being a right huge fucking dick to you, but you need to be professional with that person and you don't want to take their shit, but you're just sitting there like, yep, yes, sir. Yep, absolutely. No, absolutely. My pleasure. And then you get off the phone and you're just like, fuck. You know, like, I hate taking shit from people at higher positions and they know they have you by the balls, so they're a dick about it. If you know you have somebody by the balls, instead of being a dick about it, be like, you know what? I see you're under a huge time crunch here. I see you really need my help here. I want to do my best to give you a hand and make sure that everything gets done the way it should get done, and we can relieve some of your stress. That's the professional way of dealing things, not being like, do, dance for me, monkey, do. And while they're giving you a huge bunch of attitude, man, that just does not go over well, especially when you're like at the end of a hard work week. My God. This is one of the most muscular guitar tones I think I've ever heard. Boop. Getting a little better at those these days. Thomas, how the fuck are you? I enjoyed a bit playing Ghost of Tsushima. I've heard some really good things about that game. My friend keeps trying to get me into it. He's Brazilian. Who's Brazilian? Vic? I don't know what we're talking about right now. I don't want to change. This is so good. All right, so we got... This sounds so fucking good, man. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, I do. I think he's Brazilian. I could be wrong. Man, we are running slow on the streams lately, guys. I wonder what it is. Maybe I've sweared too much. Maybe the algorithm doesn't like me. Who knows? Either way, I have a metric ton of work to do tonight. Oh, shit. Shit. Guys, I have to take my 2-minute break early. I just remembered something that is just... Oh no. Ay. Hold on, guys. Hello, everybody. It's going to be a weird stream today, guys. I have a huge event tomorrow, and I am just getting hammered with phone calls and other things. So I may have to take a phone call occasionally during the madness today. Hope you guys are with me today. It's awesome. Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much for being here. It's just awesome to be able to get off work on a Friday and come and hang out with some good people and talk about cool shit. And part of the things we're talking about today, we're talking about Oracle audio, or Oracle sound rather. And I'm going to go here, Oracle sound, not Oracle. No. What's going on with this? Oracle sound. Do we get it? No, this is not it. This is definitely not it. Soundoracle.net is not the same page. Here we go. We're fine now. You can't actually find this site on Google. Something's fucked up with it. I don't know what exactly is fucked up with it, but something is fucked up with it. And this is what's up right now. This is all the stuff they have available. I have all of these available. If there's anything you guys would like to hear, let me know. Excuse me. There are Tonex. Some Tonex, mostly NAM here, I believe. We're going to be checking this one out today as well. This is the worm food. Worm. the black metal way of putting the, you get it. Instead of, I guess that would be interesting. Use the V instead of the U, but instead of the O. Cool. Worm food, hardcore, high gain NAM profiles. NAM captures, though. Aren't they called captures, rather? Thanks so much to Jay over at Jay Huxtable over at Oracle Sound. Rad dude, super rad dude, fun to talk to. I think we may end up collaborating on something. I was doing some stuff with Strange Angles. I do believe that's just kind of going to be like a one. It's going to be kind of a lengthy thing, but like a one-shot deal that we're going to kind of work into our V2, NAM V2. But I also definitely want to promote Oracle Sound. This stuff is great. Loudstack also has some amazing stuff. So don't be afraid to go and pay for the odd NAM capture pack. You want to call it profiles? I suppose we can at this point. Doesn't really matter to me. You bought it? Nice. It just sounds so awesome. It's so strong. Like, man, Vic really knows what he's doing. Really knows. Some people know what they're doing with this NAM stuff, and some people do not. And if you don't know what you're doing, it's simple. Like, you're not going to make good shit. It's if you have to know what you're doing. It's not as easy as it might seem. It's easy-ish, but like there's still a craft to it. There's still an art form to it where you have to be good at it. And you also have to be able to dial in an amp effectively. So there's a lot that goes into these, and I've heard lots of bad NAM captures over the last couple of years anyway. And these are exquisite. These aren't just great or good. These are what I would just dime way up here. However, we're not doctoring them a lot. Okay, but this is how it just sounds on its own. Then we're going to turn on the aggravator, which basically is adding a little sparkle, and it's tightening up the low end for now. And then we turn on, we could either go with the pedal here with Vic's Merciless Drive. Or we can go to, I would not stack these two. I would kind of, if you are just, you know, you're going to have to be very touchy with settings and everything else. But if I use the instigator, and you can make this as twangy and you can give it genty as you'd like. If you use the lowest tuning you want, you're still going to get that snappy snap. Not enough snap, not bright enough, no problem. Click the bright on. That's very bright. So we're going to bring it back. That's like the tone you might hear in like on like a Gorod album. Gorod, however you say it. It kind of like almost that Spawn, maybe even almost Spawn of Possession-ish, where it's like very low on the gain, but it's almost kind of got that a little twang to it. It's low on the gain though. If you listen to, I'm just gonna call them Gorod for now. Is that how you say it? Is it Gorod? Gorod? Gurod? I don't know. That band, been listening to them for a while, and if you listen to them, they've definitely got that, just that really bright tone with that. You can tell they definitely use two guitar players very well, and they definitely work their tones together in a way where they don't have to use a lot of gain individually, but when you put the two together, you hear this. It's perfect. They have really nice guitar tone, but it's the type of guitar tone that is not forgiving. If you're going to make a mistake, this type of guitar tone, especially if you're playing like lead, it is not going to be super forgiving. You're going to make if you make a mistake, it is going to let you know. 100% it's going to let you know that, hey, well, you made a mistake there. A little neck pickup. Whoa! That's fucking bright as shit. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm not much of a lead player, but I'm willing to show. Excuse me, that was disgusting. I can play lead a little bit, guys, but I just don't practice enough to be smooth enough to feel comfortable showcasing a product. You know what I mean? Even one wrong note playing like a nice lead passage is just awful sounding. It's not good, and I am a perfectionist type of player. I'm more of a rough type of a player. I've never really been that skilled at lead, but I could definitely show you some recordings where I was pretty on point. And I just don't, I used to play guitar for an hour or two every single day. Now I'm lucky if I get 20 minutes, depending on if we're watching something, depending on if I'm working. I'm lucky if I get 20 minutes. Most of the time, I'm lucky if I get like an hour a week. So I am definitely, when it comes to this stuff, right about here, my hands start turning into a brick. And it's just, it bugs me because at one point, you know what you used to be, and it bums me out that I think I really need to play more guitar, but I just don't have time. And that is the reality of being an adult. I'm not going to call it adulting because I'm 47 years old. And if you're over the age of 25 using the term adulting, fuck, come on, you got to grow up. It's just like, I feel like people that use the term adulting are people that just like they're having a hard time coming to terms that they're no longer like a young, like teenager, early 20s. They're now in their late 25 and after. Stop complaining about being an adult. Nobody wants to fucking hear it. Just do it like the rest of us and like our parents did and gut it. Just fucking swallow it. You don't have to tell everybody every work problem you have. I've told you guys about a few, but generally, I try not to wear that shit home. This is terrific. All right, so this is 5153B gold. Cat hair. It's either a cat hair or a mustache hair. Gosh dang it. This is NAMM Universal. And we are currently using this pack right here, my friend. If you've never, have you gotten into NAMM yet, Baritone? If you haven't, I've got things to show you. And it's another, there's so many guitar players that just have not really played around or fucked around with NAMM because a lot of people, to be honest, and I've asked a lot of people, what took you so long to get into it? It's just like, I don't know, it was free and I just didn't think it was going to be as good as this, you know? And this isn't free by any means. Not free. This is $29 US. Wait, no, yes. Dude. And this guy prices his stuff effectively. We showed you guys, there are a couple companies out there, and I'm not going to draw attention because I had a bit of a go. Because I called the company out. I emailed. There was an exchange of words between myself and someone that was charging way too much for NAMM packs. And I said, you got to read the fucking room, man. And this is a particular developer that has released a lot of stuff that was priced well beyond its competitors. And I think that he has honestly priced himself. And I've told him straight up, I think you've priced yourself out of the market. Nobody is going to buy your stuff. Apart, like maybe the upper echelon people that have more money kicking around are going to buy it and check it out. But man, when it comes to NAMM packs, you are reading the wrong fucking room. If you're going to price a NAMM pack, anything above $50 for a NAMM pack, it's not going to sell. It just isn't. It just is not. Above 50 to, let's say 60 max. $60 if it's signature, there's royalties, there's analog company or something. I get it. Because you have to account for that stuff. Okay, so anyways, this is the Vic Audio 5153 Gold NAMM profiles. This is unlock the potential, the full potential. Not just half the potential of your fucking guitar. This is going to help you unlock the full potential. Just kidding. Vic Audio's Gold Pack, engineered for players who seek bold, aggressive tones. It delivers powerful. These piss me off. These Burton from Norway, US. I guess there are towns called Norway in the US though. I hate that. It reminds me of the JST website where every 3 seconds it tells you there's a sale. I don't care. I'm just gonna be honest. Brutally honest, that's who I am. Even though Jay is a super nice guy and I love Vic as well, I'm just going to be like that. That just annoys me because that's what it is. Does that not irritate anybody else though? I wish I would have looked for Thomas's name to come up. Anyways, we got every note, clear precision. This high gain pack commands your mix with vibrant energy and dynamic presence. A little bit of word salad in there. Word salad. I don't like word salad. It sounds like it was written by AI when it comes to too much word salad. Elevate your sound. I agree. I have elevated my sound with a tone collection designed to bring out raw power and exceptional clarity. I agree, and I agree. I have heard raw power, and I have heard exceptional clarity in every performance. I agree. So we've got which amps here? We've got a 5153 gold based on the red channel, 51 based on the blue channel. So I see B and R are the red and the red and the blue channel. We're not going to get a green channel because I don't think he really cares about the green channel. Even though it's Fender design, it's pretty sweet. Playable with NAMM Universal. This should be top on this list. Come on, Vic. Bring us to the top, Vic. I'm just kidding. It's an Oracle product. So if you haven't tried it, by the way, Oracle Sound has a NAMM player called Oracle Sound Ritual. I like it. I think it's cool. Also, I'm going to be eventually trying out the Oracle Sound plugins. Can't wait. There's like the Pain Stager, the Bone Stager, and like the fucking some other stager. There's a lot of stagers coming. 10 people in the house. What's up? It's Friday. And man, my day has been fucking stressful, boys. I almost had to cancel something tomorrow that I've worked very hard on. Very hard. For a lot of hours. And there will be a lot of hours put in tomorrow as well. And I almost had to cancel because of insurance. and I pulled something so far out of my ass that I could actually see my finger in my back of my throat. That's how I had to reach so deep to pull some favors and something out of so I figured it out. It took, man, I was stressed, max stressed. And it got done though. It got done. If I'm gonna go all new metal-y or hardcore. Brain dead. How are you, sir? NAMM is pretty underrated. It's definitely underrated, but I don't know if it's underrated. I think it's just a hidden gem for some people. I think it was just honestly a hidden gem. I think it's just one of those things that's taking time to warm up. It took about a year for me to warm up to NAMM. I tried it immediately as soon as someone told me I needed to try it. I tried it, but the captures I was trying were just, in my opinion, garbage. And I tried two really good ones, and the two really good ones, and a whole bunch of crap. And then I said to myself, I'm going to hang back about a year on this one. And I'm going to try this again in about a year and see where we're at. And it had come miles and miles in a year. It was probably ready for me to try it after like 4 to 6 months. But realistically, it took me a while to get into NAMM. And eventually, once I did, though, damn, this thing is awesome. It's just such an awesome thing to exist. But as long as you're transparent about it, if you're out there and you're developing a piece of equipment, not equipment, if you're developing a plugin and you're using NAMM or a piece of gear, fine, and you're using NAMM, give Steve Atkinson credit. The guy put it out there open source for free. Be transparent about using it in a paid product. And I am going to tell you guys right now, any product I find that is not transparent, mentions it's nowhere in the product page, mentions it's absolutely nowhere, and eventually we figure out that it's NAMM, I am going to fillet that product and that developer as hard as I can. And there's one that did it, and I'm not going to mention them now because I just don't want to get into it right now, but I am going to fillet people that do that because you know what? The guy puts it out there for free. Give him his damn credit. Look at right down here. NAMM by Steve Atkinson. UI by Luan Albani. It says it right down in the bottom corner right here. Even though Steve himself said you don't have to give him credit, you don't have to be upfront about using it. That's okay. He can say what he wants. We have a different vibe here at the MCM universe. In my opinion, if you've got NAMM under the hood, let people know that you've got NAMM under the hood. That's all I'm saying. But you can also, I had one developer say, well, I was just going to use it for pedals. And I was going to, I've coded my own amp. I'm going to use it for pedals. And I said, if you do that, just tell people that you did it that way. He was worried that if he said we used NAMM, that people would think the amp was also NAMM. So he didn't want to mention it. And I said, no. This was pre-release. I said, you should mention it and then just tell people we use the NAMM architecture for the pedal section to give you a raw and vibrant this and that and the other thing and wrap it all up in a nice bow, whatever. And then we mention that the amp is not NAMM infused, and that's all you got to do. Be transparent about using it. If you're going to charge, even if you're not charging for the product, let people know that you use NAMM because it could cause some confusion. Such as, say you use NAMM, for example. Say you use NAMM, you're a developer, you're a brand new developer, and you use NAMM on a product. And you used it in an amp sim. And then all of a sudden, a big analog company is looking for their golden goose to make them their plugins and they're licensed in-house plugins, and this happens a ton. If you think any of these analog companies made any of these plugins themselves and didn't subcontract it to it's always some subcontractors for analog companies doing plugins. Always. They don't hire coders and programmers to come and move into their office for a couple of, for 6 months to a year. They farm it out. And yeah, if you think that those companies are going to reach out to you and say, hey, we really liked your plugin, we'd like you to make our analog suite for us, what are you going to do then? If you haven't told people that you're using NAM and NAM is behind your amp, and you have these people that are contacting you saying, hey, we would like you to make some products for us, you have to tell them that you're using NAM at that point and say, well, none of this is actually our code. We just use NAM. You know what I mean? Or are you going to take it a step further and be like, yeah, we're just going to shoot a bunch of captures based on this person's gear, and we're going to release a plugin with NAM under the hood, and it's going to be a licensed effort. So now you're representing your own company and an analog company, and you're using open source free code under the hood. It's insane. That's not okay. None of that is okay. So in my opinion, end rant, old man rant, I feel like if you're going to use NAM, that's fucking awesome. And it can be, a lot of companies have used it and been very open about using it, aka Oracle Sound. And just be straight up about it. And I think people will receive it as they should. And it'll also draw more attention to the platform itself. So I heard Buster Thal plugin was built on NAM captures. Oh, really? Interesting. I'm not going to say anything because I'm not going to speak on it because I don't know if it's true. And that would be, but if it is true and it's at that price, holy shit. I think at that price point, if it is, it doesn't behave like NAM to me though. I don't know what it is, but I hope it's not. But if it is, that would be, I think things would get noisy. That would be a bummer at that price. That would be a super bummer. I don't know what else to say about that, but either way, I'm not going to say that's true or not. I don't know. I'm not going to speak on that. I'm not going to speak on it definitively and be like, rah, shit. I'm just saying if it's true, that would suck. But if it's likely, maybe it's likely not true. And the product itself, I find, is overpriced, but still does crush. And it's hard to say it reminds me of NAM or doesn't, because right now, if I was to walk into the room I'm at right now, okay, say I walked into this room and someone put a blindfold on me and handed me a guitar and they said, just start playing. And I was like, playing along. And like, what are you thinking of the sound? I'm like, fuck, I love this. This sounds terrific. Sounds like a real amp. It actually kind of feels like one too. I'm getting the nice response. The note articulation is there. It's woompy. It's giving me that real 5150 like snarl. And it almost sounds like the instigator in this case is playing the part of something like a TC Electronics integrated preamp pedal that you see so often in a lot of gent players. It kind of gives you that vibe right now, like it's that vibe. And then someone says, open your eyes, and it's NAM. I would have had no idea. So I can't say definitively that I would have even known this was NAM. So yeah, I don't know. Well, I know an amp sim developer well prior to NAM. There's an amp sim developer out there right now. I'm not going to say which one, that built several of their products based on some free code, a very poor free code that was available on the internet. And it wasn't built. This was well pre-NAM, by the way. This was like 3-4 years prior to NAM. I'm not saying it used nothing with profiles or captures, but more filters of some sort, and to mimic different amps and such. And this was free open source code that was used on several, I think like 8 to 10 products. And that none of them are good though. None of them are good at all. None of them sound like you. That's the thing about NAM, is you can put NAM under the hood of stuff, but you'd know it when you start dialing things in. I think without having my hands on things, like I can tell that you can start telling it's NAM when you start to get between, like, if you start to get outside that 3 to 7 area in the controls. If we go here, it's like as soon as you start to get outside the 3 to 7 area, you start to get a lot less realistic. Now, I don't think Buster would do that either. And I do like that plugin. I don't like it as much as a few other plugins that I feel can do the same thing. I feel Nutcracker from Polychrome DSP is just the Thal amp, but like 600 times better. It's way more versatile. It's got more features. It's just, it sounds better, responds better. It doesn't sound so processed. I find the Nutcracker does pretty much exactly what Thal amp does. It's giving you that Thal, that deep, that baritone, that 8-string, 9-string, or 6-string baritone kind of, that, you know, it's giving you everything you need inside that one suite to get really good tones from lower tunings. But I just think that Nutcracker is superior to, if you know, a competitor to it. It's cheaper, it's more versatile, it's a better plugin. It's got more than one IR and some straggler IRs that are in some pack. You know, it's just a better product that way more R&D went into as well. So that's just me. There again, we get back to like something like Tonex, where I just feel like Tonex, I don't like it. I think it's a brick. But the reason I think that is because I've been spoiled by all these other higher tier profile capture, you know, platforms. And the same thing kind of goes for the Thal amp. I've just been spoiled by Nutcracker and, you know, Tone Suite Distant and a number of other products that I feel can do what Thal amp does, just much better and or much more my thing, I guess. Do you guys want to see you guys want the baritone second half? Yay or nay? Let me know in the stream, in the chat. Baritone second half or stick with the Mindzinger. Let me know. We're going to start checking out, where's the worm? Where's the worm? There you are. There you are. Okay, amps. All right. 5150 max. I don't know what that means. It's okay. Let's keep flipping. What's in the background there? Is that like an HM2 or something? This sounds pretty good. The Kali Max. That sounds pretty solid. I'm going to rob it of a little bit less and take that down a pinch. What we got? Did you guys hear this? Okay, so this guy did Rock Lobster, and okay, they told him to do Rock Lobster like System of a Down, and he did it. Check this shit out. We were at a party, and say hello I don't know who in system screams like that though. Check this guy out. His name is Mac Glocky. I gave him a shout out on another stream. The guy's got tons of views though. You probably heard of him well before I did. Mostly new metal stuff. I really wish, if you guys know of a channel where somebody does that kind of stuff but does it like heavier, that'd be terrific. I would love to do something like that. It's just one of those things that you'd have to quit your job to do. There's no universe where I'd have time to make full like edited and videos and shit, and I don't have the equipment or the space or anything else. I'm not really interested in doing too much of that stuff like that. But if you guys know of another channel where the guy does like artist mashups, but he does like heavy, like I would love to hear. Can I hear some Billie Eilish done in the style of Cannibal Corpse, please? You know, like that shit like that. I would be all over. I'd love to listen to stuff like that. But this guy's awesome. Anyways, Matt Glocky, he's got tons of views, and if you know him personally, let him know that we love him here and that I would love to give him an everything bundle from Aurora DSP. If you talk to this guy, if you're out there, Mac, if you're ever for whatever reason getting this message, reach out to us. theampsimuniverse@gmail.com. Reaching out to fellas like that is just almost impossible because you're almost guaranteed to go to a filter. And I don't know if he's got management or anything. Usually I go through management to get to talk to anybody that's relatively popular at anything. All right, let's take that down. That doesn't sound bad. Let's go check this pack out for a sec. I want to see what he used. What is the story here? What's he got? Is this the guy? Like, is this the guy here from Oracle Sound? Homie's got fucking style. He's rocking that. He's rocking that the no neck route. This dude's got style. No fucking took all the knobs out. Is this an LTD? It looks like an LTD EC1000. That's seen some fucking work. And that guitar has seen a lot of work and a lot of love. Maybe, likely a refret. I'm going to guess it's had a refret as well. All right, what do we got? 36. Are you going to tell us what, though? 36 amp tone captures. Well, he calls it capture there. Including standard and, yeah, okay, the higher quality. Oh, I see, okay. So 5153, Soldano SLO, Crab Cali, Crab Satan, Diesel VH4, and Bogner Ubershaw alongside other fierce high-gain pedals to deliver uncompromising intensity for metal hardcore and beatdown. Crafted for those who demand relentless aggression their guitar tone. This pack unleashes razor-sharp distortion that cuts through every note with savage precision. Fuck that. I leaned right into that, and then I fucked it up. All right. Let's see what we got. I want to get to the Satan. Where's the Satan? Hey! A crab Satan, no. I'd like... Ah! Why are you so angry at me? Oh, everything's on max. That's why. You're going to do that to me. No. No! Yeah, I don't know what that... What's that sound in the background here? Pain must be the pain stager? No. Not jiving with that. That cuts nice for a lead tone. Let's see if we can snazz that up with a little bit of delay, which we're going to hope to build into V2, by the way. Let's see what we got here. Sounds pretty nice. Oh my God. Are we really going to do this? This is a lick I haven't fucked up probably since I was like 17. Yeah, I've just lost it to the extent where I can't even play shit I could play when I was 17. That's one of the better lead captures that I've heard. Even turn this on and give it a little bit more pizzazz for lead. Sounds pretty fucking solid, folks. You should use the Nutcracker in a stream. Well, yeah, not today, though, home slice. No call for the... Did nobody? Okay, Brain Dead at least was like, yeah, okay, I'll take the baritone. So I'm going to take a quick break, folks. I'm going to take a quick break and go switch guitars. And guys, that might be as many as like 3 or 4 minutes, if possible. I just got to check a couple things. Grab another guitar. We'll try to set you guys up with something decent to listen to. I'd love to leave you with Ain't Nice again. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do it. I don't care what happens here. I'm sorry for this in advance. You're probably going to hate this song. Actually, you know what? No, let's not do that. Let's not leave you guys with something you might dislike. Let's leave you guys with this nice short number. Give me 2 or 3. Sorry, folks. Things cannot be helped. I'm trying to be the busiest person I can. Oh, what a lovely time to come back, everybody. Shall we? This will be my tuning song today. If you haven't heard this part before, listen carefully, sit down. I'm going to shut the fuck up. Yeah, man. Oh man, I fucking love it so much. See you later, dude. Oh, it could go on forever, and I don't care. Oh my god, that part fucking rips. I almost feel guilty. Like, if you're out there and you haven't heard that before, how did you like that? I thought I just turned that off. Check the action. That is a big boy amount of action. I'm not really feeling that. I thought I did a neck adjustment right before I came on here. That's fucking irritating. This Allen key is super sticky because I can't find my regular Allen key. I have this like amazing Allen key. I can't find it. I don't know where it is or where I put it. But I can't play the guitar like this. And I thought I just did a neck adjustment, but I did not. So please just allow me a moment to get this into shape. See, it just, this Allen key fucking sucks. Arrgh, when you lose your favorite tools, and it happens from time to time, so always have spares. This does not want to, just doesn't, oh wait, found it, yay! Oh my god, hold on guys. Let's turn this up a little bit here, this is so fucking epic. Ah, it's finally, there we go. I think it was just missing. surprised. Wow, 8 people are in here. I'm surprised we have anyone in here as I'm fumbling around with this and telling stories about how frustrated I was an hour or so ago. Still not out of the fucking rough yet, as I just got another one thing after another, folks. It's one thing after another today. As I was off in break, I just got another message that the course that we do things on, there are a couple of large trees down. We've had a lot of wind lately. I've heard there's some trees down, and it's just fantastic. Anything that can go, will go. So I think I actually may change things up tomorrow. All right, sorry, folks. Here we are. We're in business now. And it's going to have some nice snarl now. Now we're good. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. How's it going, everybody? How's it going? Seuss, nice to see you. Wow. This thing has supreme power, and this is my Harley Benton baritone. This thing was fucking cheap, but I had to wait forever to get it because there was a postal strike, and it came to me in a box that looked like it had been through like a war. Literally, it looked like someone put it on a wagon, dragged it through the most, like the nearest war going on. Sorry. I dragged it through the nearest war going on and then shipped it to me. That's the way it looked. But the guitar was unscathed. I did some work on it. I had to do like 7 hours worth of fret work to clean and polish. And after doing so, it's amazing. The frets they actually give you for the price that you pay for this guitar, the frets are really nice. After you put work into them or bring them to somebody that you know that knows how to polish and do the sharp ends on frets and everything else. I know how to do that, so I can do it for myself, but I would not advise doing it on a guitar on this guitar for the first time. It's also quite costly to get some of the files that are needed. I've accumulated these tools over a number of years, so it hasn't been bad to buy them a little bit. So get into it. I always suggest, if you're interested in modifying a guitar and you've never done it, go to your local marketplace and buy 2 or 3. Let's just say 2 for starters. Buy a guitar with single coils and buy a guitar with humbuckers. The cheapest pieces of shit that you can find. And then use them as essentially sacrificial lambs. You are going to, if you're going to fuck up, you're going to fuck up on these guitars. However, that being said, your goal is to get these guitars to play. To eventually, it would be nice if you could get these guitars to play and sound as good as you can. But if you screw up on them, it doesn't matter. You can just say, okay, well, I'm not intending on ever playing this guitar. If you say you grind a fret right down to nothing, well, then you're going to be learning how to replace a fret, which is you're going to need a lot more gear for and everything else. So if you're just looking to maybe stick with small, learning how to change pickups, learning how, I don't want to change. I don't want to take the route cover. I don't want to take the control plate off any of my guitars because that's, I'm nervous about that. I might fuck them up. Don't be nervous. There's nothing going on underneath here that can't be fixed by someone that knows what they're doing. Even if you're like, you smoked a pot, you know, what I mean by smoke a pot is you hold this soldering iron on it for too long and it melts everything inside. That happens to everybody, but it happens to the best of us. When you're learning, you know what I mean? But if you screw something up, you torch a pot, or if you do something else, chances are there's a guitar store in your area that could probably help you out with a pot or installing it for you. And there are videos right up here in the search bar from some of the most talented human beings on earth when it comes to modifying and fixing and maintaining instruments. You get all the knowledge right up there. I learned how to do it from a couple of punk rock techs and musicians over the years, and a local mentor. But if you can find a local mentor, man, that'd be awesome too. There aren't many techs that'll let you like watch over their shoulder and ask questions, but the local tech here that kind of took me under his wing, he let me do that. And you know, we became friends and everything else. So it was nice. Holy shit, this thing is just so fucking beefy. Ooh. Riff break. If you've never heard this song before, again, enlighten me what you think about it. As my wife call it, and I call it sometimes, bumba reedly deedly doo. Bumba reedly deedly doo. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm sorry, there's no other musician speak for that riff. Bumba-reedly-deedly-doo. The drummer in this band, Burnt by the Sun, went on to play in Municipal Waste. He uses like the aluminum drums. If you've ever seen Municipal Waste, you know exactly the drummer I'm talking about. He played with the band a long time. I don't know, is he still in the band? He was I think he was, I'm not an older fella, not by any means, but I think I'm pretty sure he's older than me. And I'm an old fella. Holy fuck. Wait, calm down. Calm down. Do it now. My input's too hot. Input's too hot. I just don't touch. I don't really touch the high strings on this. I'm gonna be honest. They're weird. I don't know how to better explain. And when you're playing on this string set, I really like how it took me a while to find the right baritone string set. You're like, I'm finicky with strings, and you probably just like, if you've ever had to do it and gone and tried to, you know, I was taking recommendations all over the place. And guys, I'm going to be on for about another half an hour, and then I've got to get to the shit. I have had such a crazy day, and I don't even know if this shit's going to happen tomorrow now. So I'm kind of on high stress. I think we worked it all out, but now I heard there's a bunch of trees down on the course, and there's also a lot of people away for Thanksgiving. I don't know what I want to do about it tomorrow, but that's something to discuss with this lady here too. Cyberpunk, nice. We do like talking video games here as well. So if you guys are playing something, do let us know. We like to discuss this stuff. I am playing a couple of games in the very little time that I have a chance to do so. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Finally playing it, I should say. Finally playing that game. It's taken me a while to get into it. And it's going to take me for fucking ever to get through it because I never have any free time. So we're going to see. It honestly feels weird to do like technical riffs. It's just it's too low. It's too low to do anything that's like alternate, super fast, alternate picky. Anyways, let's go to my favorite. This is not what I was looking for. I'm looking for the black. What are we doing here? Gold? Gold? Where did it go to the black? Did I miss something? Oh, I think I was just using the other pack then? No. Yeah, I was. At some point, I guess I switched over to the other pack by accident. And I kind of want to go back to that pack for just a second now. Yeah. And this isn't what I was on. Is it? I guess it is. All right, let's go. Let's get some pedal hatting in here instead. Kind of want the bright now to try out that genty thing we were talking about earlier. These strings sound like fucking power lines. This low tuning sounds like a power line with this bright feature. Or when you know that sound when you you spike a rock off of like a railroad track. That's so tough. I tried to scale it up there. Let's try it again. That sounds fucking tough for that style. You gotta see what I'm after here. We could also try it with the shift. If we wanted something like less aggressive than the bright. And then you could also dial up the sparkle here as well. What are we looking at today? We're checking out some of the Vic audio stuff, and I'm gonna test more of the worm food. Not going to be on too much longer, folks. Like I said a million times now, just got stuff dwelling. Stuff is dwelling. Amps STDX is the better one, yeah? So far in this pack, it's been a little bit less fruitful, but there's still some amazing stuff in here. A little more level there. Too much. The song reminds me of streaming on Twitch to one person and occasionally having people drop in. I would just make myself playlists and play along to them, and people would get so angry when they would drop in and watch for like a song, and they would wait until like a break in songs when I was talking and be like, and they would start throwing like requests at me, and I'd be like, nah, I don't really do requests, and unless it's something like I know off the top of my head, you know, I could give it a try, but I'm not at like a stunning. I was playing bass on fucking Twitch. And when you're not playing Rock Band, if you're holding an instrument like a bass or a guitar, for example, and you're not playing Rock Band, and they don't give a fuck. They don't care at all. And if you're not shredding, like if I was just sitting there like one of those dudes that just sits on streams and just goes, yeah, I'm just so good. Like, check me out. And you hear the little subs thing going, ticking, 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 you know? Just like that. How many of us have watched streams like that? There's one guy in particular, but I do watch because he's super good. But I'm just saying. That dude, but even he would get requests and shoot them down, and people would be like, well, fuck, what are you doing here? It's a gaming platform, bro. It sounds pretty good, but it's not as fat as I'd like. It's a little bit, no. If I'm doctoring, I could turn this off though and turn this on, but and it sounds like there's already something on here. It's I think it was Pain Stager. And what I was going with that earlier with the modifications. These are soap bar sized EMG 81 and 85. This gets very little use. I was trying to find an aftermarket pickguard for this guitar, but the only people I could find making them were a pain in the fucking ass to deal with. I was like, I just want a bridge pickup, and I just want a bridge pickup and a tone pot, guy. And the guy just was like not understanding me. And he was like, wait a minute, you don't want me to make humbuckers or anything? No, I just need that. And it was going to end up costing like $120. So I was just, no, let's just put two pickups. They look great. This one almost never gets touched. I don't know why. I mean, we could try to touch it right now and see what we get with it. What was that again? Something like that. How's it going, Eddie? Turned out, can we turn anything into Genty Riff? I can't play it. I'm never going to make fun of Gent again. Not that I ever really did. I only ever made fun of the fact that they want to make it heavier by tuning the guitars lower to the point where the bass can't really tune to the octave, which makes it inherently weaker, as the guitarists often take a lot of the low end out of the guitars that are supposed to be heavier. I'm confused. Anyways. Yeah, man, it's always the EGA 412, dude. Gent is weird, man. It's weird. It's really, it's a strange set of thought. It really is a strange set of thoughts. Like, I understand. Like, okay, I was with it when it was when they added the 7th string. I was totally with it because there were already a lot of 5-string basses with that low B, and it made complete sense to do it. So I remember, like, I'm old enough to remember when there was just 6-string guitars available, except for that fella Steve Vai. He's the only one that could get them made at the time. Anyways, that's a sick riff in the background. But yeah. I remember when they added that because it made sense. You could add an extra bass string and add an extra guitar string, and then it reinforces that lower octave, and everybody's happy. With the F sharp, it's so hard, and lower than F sharp because a lot of the gent bands tune lower even. And there's all these guys with like drop E and this and that and the other thing, and they're like, whatever. Oh my god, did we ever figure out if this was keyboard or guitar? Can we just try to figure this out together? I guess I should just go watch a live video of this song. That's keyboard. I think the guitar player starts playing it though. What a lick. There's the guitar. I think that's keyboard. All right, mystery unfolded. I actually listened to it louder that time. It was keyboard. Fantastic. Meshuggah are still the best gent band. I've never really been. I don't dislike Meshuggah, but I've never been like a huge fan. Like I don't really ever put them on. But it's not as if I don't like the band. Like if somebody else puts on Meshuggah, I'm like, damn, that's fucking impressive. Like shit. Wow. And you have to give, I don't care who the band is, I don't care who they are. If a band is known, whether you like them or not, if a band is known for being influential in the creation of an entire genre, respect that band. Don't be a douchebag that's just like, I want to be edgy and not like all of the popular bands. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that just hates shit because it's popular. You know what I mean? Like, we talked about this the other night where, like, a lot of gent fans are like, it was only Meshuggah that started gent. But we've determined that that is, in fact, not really true. Sure, they might have got, like, the whole, like, oomph going. But even Meshuggah, before that album, arguably, if you listen to the older Meshuggah stuff, that's not gent at all. It's not. They're in a different band. So they did start it, but even, I don't care what the genre is, just make sure that any band that is noted as being completely instrumental in starting a genre or, you know, propelling it to its glory, shows that band the respect they deserve. Don't shit talk them online, especially like shit talking Ghost. Isn't that old at this point? Can we just not be like, cool, there's some dark imagery in pop music these days. No, you know what I mean? Can we just like lay off talking shit on Ghosts? Like, they're doing what they do pretty good. I'm not a huge fan. I have the Ghost shirt. I think it's an unlicensed though. But nonetheless, can we just like cut Ghosts some slack? And let's just hate on pop music instead. You know, like really shitty music. The way I look at Ghost is they're also getting a lot of kids into metal at a young age. Fuck yeah to that, because who knows how many of those bands are going to be like the bands we listen to right now that when they were kids, they loved Kiss because Kiss had face paint and Kiss had like cool like guitars and cool mirrors and explosions and stage stuff. Okay? Just like Ghost. So if it wasn't for Kiss influencing a lot of the bands we listened to when they were young people, they didn't have to necessarily grow up and be like, the biggest Kiss fans in the world. Some of these people just liked it when they were little, and that propelled them to want to learn guitar. And then we got, who knows how many of the bands that we listen to right now wouldn't exist without another band that they were influenced by that was influenced by Kiss. So say Kiss never existed and this band and this band and this band never existed, would we have the metal we have today? Probably not. You know what I mean? So let's give Ghost, who knows what metal's going to be like in 20 years. So a lot of the kids right now that are there's kids in my classrooms at my work that love Ghost, and that's pretty awesome. And I always give them the thumbs up because they've got cool t-shirts. And who knows, and I know at least 3 of those kids started playing guitar just because of Ghost. So let's see where those, if one of those kids, even one of those kids starts a band and plays a bunch of shows, that's awesome. We got to try to be more positive about music. I mean, I think so anyways, folks. When it comes all the way back to Meshuggah, though, so like how many bands do I like? Do I like Meshuggah that much? Not terribly. I don't like them a ton, but they've influenced a lot of bands that I really like. And bands I enjoy probably influence Meshuggah. So respect is deserved and it is expected for bands like that, in my opinion. I mean, I've never shit talked. I remember when Ghost was like, they almost sounded like it was just like keyboard driven, and his voice was really weak, and he was constantly searching for the pitch. And those older albums, what got me into it, we listen to it now though. I'm gonna be honest, the newest Ghost song that I heard just sounded like Ghost. So they are starting to get that thing where, you know how they changed their sound phenomenally for a few albums there. They went really kind of heavier, and then they went poppier, and then they went a little heavy and like Phantom of the Opera-ish. And now it seems like they're just almost getting to that rehash stage now where the label is almost pushing rehashing a little. So you got to be careful. Got to be careful there. Anyways. Yeah, that's another thing is live settings. Anybody, I'm comparing Kiss here because everybody that I know that's, including myself, that's ever seen Kiss, I've seen Kiss live. They were fucking amazing. And I will tell you right now, Meshuggah, everybody that I've ever known that saw Meshuggah, whether they enjoyed them or not, whether they liked the band or not, said their stage show was incredible. And there's a few bands like that out there, folks. One band that I just became acquainted with called Royal Republic. I'd never really heard of them, but then we saw them perform live at Summer Breeze on live stream, and I became an instant fan. It's pretty awesome because of their live show and how professional they were. You could see which bands at those festivals are not professional and they've been drinking all day, and then they go on stage and mail one in. And then the bands that stayed sober until their set or just had a few, or maybe they got hammered and that's how they play best, but whatever, they're at their best. And the performance and every single note was bang on. Those are the bands I respect as well. There was nothing wrong. Again, there's another band name that comes up. You might not like Nirvana, but you got to respect, because that dude, that band that started a movement, that band that gave birth to Dave Grohl as well, who went on to his own legendary career. Like, imagine being legend in 2 legendary bands, never mind like one. Imagine being, never mind two, imagine being in one, but still he's in two. And they influenced a countless amount of bands. Countless bands that are probably ripping it up right now. How many fucking people started playing guitar because of Nirvana? Even if they outgrew grunge really quickly, and if it was grunge that got them into if it was grunge that got them into playing guitar or drums or bass or singing, whatever it was, or even just songwriting, whatever, piano, I don't care. Whatever it was, that if it was Nirvana that got you into it, even if you outgrew that and moved along and started playing metal or started playing hardcore, whatever it was, that's still, that is right there. The bands that influence people to pick up. There are bands that people like, and there are bands that influence people to pick up an instrument, learn it. Imagine having that power in your songwriting. Because we all know what it was like to sit down with an instrument and learn it. Hundreds of hours, thousands of hours I've put in on the guitar. Thousands and thousands of hours on the guitar of my lifetime. And all because Metallica was, and actually no, let's trace it even further back to when I really wanted to start picking up a guitar. It was arguably thinking, it was like Judas Priest is what got me interested in metal, but it was AC/DC and Kiss that I was like, I want to play guitar right now. And I was like super young. I didn't start playing guitar until I was about 12, 11. No, I started listening to metal at 11, 12. Yeah. Okay. So essentially, imagine having that power and writing songs so good. I think that's underrated. So good that they make another human being say, I want to go and devote thousands of hours of my life to playing an instrument that is quite difficult to master. Imagine having that power in one of your songs. Can you even imagine? So you're taking the stage every night, and every single night the Metallica takes the stage, there's probably at least 100 people in that crowd that want to pick up a guitar, and that haven't already, that want to pick up a guitar for the first time. At least, minimum. Every time you take the stage, 100 to 1,000 people in that audience are leaving there thinking, I want to fucking play drums or guitar, bass. I want to be a singer. That's awesome. And those bands, I don't care whether you like them or not, bands that motivate another human being to go and learn an instrument, they've got to be respected. You know what I mean? Even rappers. Well, yeah, we got to do that too. Any rapper that ever motivated another rapper to rap. Got to give the respect there too, I suppose. All right, everybody, I am going to get out of here because I have about 1.5 billion things to do and a big decision to make. So I have to get going, and I will touch base with you guys hopefully tomorrow. Today was fun. We didn't get to the worm food as much as we would have wanted to, but I think we had some good tones, some great tones, some fun, and we had some breaks that, sorry about that. And it is what it is. I will hopefully be here tomorrow, but if I'm not, guys, I'm just near death from having moved disc golf baskets around a course. We'll see. We will very much see. But if not, guys, I will make a point to jump on here on Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, somewhere in there to kind of replace the Saturday. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe. I really wish you guys all the best in your long weekend. If you're Canadian, it's Thanksgiving. It's a long weekend for me. So yeah, hell yeah. I'm going to be on here Monday. Fuck yeah. So Monday, Thanksgiving Monday, I'm going to drop in on here on Monday afternoon sometime. We'll spend some time, hang out, maybe even a bass stream as I've accumulated some bass stuff. Pedro, don't get too excited. Yeah, Kurt was a great songwriter. So great that he wrote songs from the grave for his wife. And she only ever won anything because of his songs. You ever wonder why Hole sort of fell off after 2 albums? Because she ran out of tapes to steal. Dave Grohl said the same thing. Fuck it. Relax. Anyways, folks, thank you so much. And like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to check out Mindsinger Guitars, Aurora Tone Pickups, and Oracle Sound. See you later.